Welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Philadelphia Union 0, Toronto FC 0, and MLS 2024 Week 16, Match 16. 90 minutes to halfway. Toronto have 23 points in the standings. Better than what they were last year. Truly better than what they were last year. Tied with 2012's point total as well because, yeah, I got them all written down. Come on now. And I'm having that point total climb the ladder as they gain points. But they get a draw. And to be totally honest, you can't be too mad with a draw on the road. A picture-perfect draw. Toronto definitely could have scored a goal. They just weren't clinical enough in the front to score a goal. You don't like that portion of it, but they definitely could have won. Bernardeschi missed some really good chances that if he slotted one of them, they would have won the game. But in the end, just wasn't meant to be. Halftime 0-0. First half was way more Toronto's. The first 15 minutes, Philly had the ball. They played it forward more into the Toronto defensive end, but they defended well enough. After the 15th minute, Toronto really started to pick up possession, pick up good chances, going towards the net, putting the ball forward, making good runs. The first half was, I'd say, Toronto was the better team by far. That was their half. They could have easily won the game. Bernardeschi had a shot where he could have easily just chipped Wagner. It would have went into the net. No keeper in there. They could have easily got that goal. That would have been enough. They didn't do it, though. Bernardeschi had a really good chance in both halves. A very good chance that, I'd say actually two in the second half. But he had some really good chances. But in the end, it just wasn't meant to be on the night for Toronto to get the full 3 points. That's live. Full time, it's 0-0. I'd say the second half was way more Phillies. Yes, Toronto had good moments, but in the second half, Philadelphia definitely had more of an offensive play. The only problem is they are not clinical at all in the final third. Their defense is shaky. Semla had a really good game. Oliver Semla had a really good game, and honestly, I'd give him man of the match. Oliver Semla's man of the match. Because if it was Joe Bendik in goal, Toronto would have won. Andre Blake, this game would have probably still been 0-0. Oliver Semla, they got him from Louisville. He's good. And he still is good. With that being said, that's exactly how you want the game to go. Is that, at least if you're a Philly fan, is you didn't win, but you didn't lose. Toronto, getting a point on the road, the way they played very good defensively. They put the ball forward. I'd say overall they were the slightly better team over both halves. I think they were the slightly better team. You take it. You take it and run. This team has barely had any draws this year. It's either win or lose. They've only had 2 draws, both away, the first week of the season and tonight. It took them 14 weeks. 14 match days. It's been a couple of midweeks, so I'd say about, 12 weeks? The final week of February, March, April. Pretty much 3 months. It's taken them 3 months to pick up another draw. All of their points except for 2 have come off wins. 21 of their points have come off wins. Which is a good thing in a certain suggestion. But in the end, it's also sort of a bad thing because some of these matches that they've lost could have easily been draws. Hell, some of their wins could have easily been draws. Luckily, those wins turned into wins. But some of their losses could have easily been draws. Looking at Cincinnati versus Toronto, Saturday. Charlotte versus Toronto in Charlotte. We could have drawn Cincinnati twice. We could have drawn Charlotte once. You know, it's sort of a lot of our losses could have been draws, or at least a good couple of them could have been. I know Vancouver would have never been a draw. Same thing as SKC. But there's a lot of our matches that could have been draws this year. So the fact that we can win some of those is great. The fact that we can't turn losses into draws or hold a draw from a losing position is sort of questionable. Both of our draws also have been 0-0 draws. Hate to tell you, that's not really a good sign, because if your draws are 0-0, that really just tells you, okay, we're not exactly good enough at some points. Because we can win games. We have come from behind. I think one of our wins was a come from behind win. We came from behind on a couple of losses. That's, yeah, the Cincinnati one, we led, but then we came from behind and lost it. See something wrong. It was 8-1. So we can come from behind. 5-1. New York, we damn near came from behind. We were looking like it, but bad giveaway. Okay, so here's the thought process, okay? Toronto, they can come from behind. They just don't know how to hold it. They can lead, but sometimes they don't hold their leads. The question is can they build on this as a situation instead of a obvious loss or a 0-0 draw? Can they build on that? You would want them to have more draws than 2, but the fact is in the end, well, they did come from behind to beat Orlando. I thought one of our wins was come from behind. So it is a sort of, can they keep pushing or are they in trouble more times than not? So we'll see what happens as this season goes on. But, you know, I would like to see more draws. I don't know when we will see more draws. But this is the first draw since match day 1. Even our Can Chat matches haven't been draws. So, you know what? I like what I'm seeing from Toronto. They can bounce back. They did bounce back today. You want them to win. But in the end, life is life. Football's football. Sometimes it doesn't go your way. And that's exactly what happened tonight, is that this game did not go Toronto's way. Completely. They drew, but in the end, you would want them to figure out how to win. And they did not do that. They drew. They could have easily won this game. There were moments where they could have, but they just couldn't get it done in the end. And they're going to regret some of those as this game goes on, or as the season goes on, or as the game went on. They definitely could have regretted it. But boring game. Toronto did what they had to do defensively. They definitely could have won it, but in the end, they just draw it. With that being said, if you like this stream, video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you in less than an hour for the final draw of the 2024 Canadian Championship. I'm watching the final quarterfinal as we speak, and we'll see what Toronto gets. So I'll see you very soon. And my Dynasty Stars, I'll also see you tomorrow for Run It Back for May 2024. And there you go. And also, I will see you on Friday, everybody else. I will see you on Friday for both a prediction preview of the 2024 CONCACAF Champions Cup Final and the live watch-along for Mexico versus Bolivia. I will be live for that as well, just a live. The predictions will probably be live as well, but as a RSR, under the RSR banner, probably before the Mexico-Bolivia match, and then we'll jump into the Mexico-Bolivia match. So 2 lives, but one stands as a RSR, the other stands as a live. But no review for the Mexico-Bolivia match, just a live. So, because the prediction was supposed to be an RSR, but we're going to have a guest for the prediction preview, so we're going to make that a live. So, but as an RSR titled video. So, and then Friday, of course, also a month ahead for June. So, that being said, I'll see you later. I'm running. I'm out. Peace.